So hello everyone, welcome to Pharma Now. So today we have Ryan with us at ICT. So he's being a pharma consultant. So Ryan, welcome to Pharma Now. So I really wanted to understand more about you. Can you quickly give your introduction?
Yeah, okay. My full name is Ryan Viegas. So I have several decades of experience in non-pharma chemistry, chemical companies, and pharma companies, with special interest in the supply chain, the integrated supply chain, beginning with the sourcing, beginning with the procurement of both direct, indirect products, consumables, and with the import-export compliance, as well as R&D, procurement and sourcing, as well as global logistics, with special respect to compliance as well as security and controlled substance movements across the globe.
Wonderful. So you are being a supply chain expert from last couple of
Most of the
decades.
time, yeah.
Wonderful. So how's your new venture going on? So you being a consultant.
Yeah, so now I do, thank you for the question. I do consulting beyond supply chain also. So I do for the planning for the manufacturing. And if you ask me a simple question, people ask me, what is supply chain? And I always say in simple words, is demand fulfillment. So if there's the demand, I mean, the role of supply chain is to fulfill it. It also includes sourcing the raw materials to fulfill that finished goods demand. So that would be the thing. And now, right now, I'm doing consulting to different companies, forwarding companies, Indian companies, foreign companies, pharma companies, excipient companies, and the role includes not only supply chain but also a bit of IT, SAP, as well as HR. So you'll be surprised. Because of my past experience, I'm able to add value to companies who really want to, go to the next level.
And that's really wonderful. So today we are here talking about the cold chain, and there is a lot of fuss around it, right? And people we are all talking about it's like undiscovered area. People are not more serious about it. So can we have more details about what are the challenges in the supply chain and why people are creating so much of fuss?
So first of all, I'd like to tell you that uh, when we export pharmaceutical product, and I'll restrict my discussion to the pharmaceutical.
Yeah, sure.
Because when we export pharmaceutical product to the regulated markets, the regulated markets are extremely strict and compliance oriented.
Right.
And for somehow the domestic market, we still have way to go. And I think people are slowly realizing, especially after COVID and the vaccination distribution and supply chain, which was at different cold temperatures, the value and importance of cold chain.
Correct.
And therefore, the industry has also invested a lot of money into cold chain transportation, cold chain warehousing. And slowly people are becoming more and more aware. But I think this awareness needs to be spread not only to the industry, but also to the general public, a kind of awareness. So even as a patient, if I'm buying a medicine, I need to read the label and see whether I need to, is it stored in the right condition before consuming it myself. Because end of the day, if I buy a product which is not, the integrity is compromised, I may take a medicine, but it may not have the desired effect.
Correct.
And sometimes we may tend to, put the blame on maybe the medical practitioner or somebody else. But we also need to read what we are consuming.
That's really interesting to know. But for perishable item, for item like ice cream or something, we can physically see what is the condition, right? But for medicine, it's very difficult because they can come out of the refrigerator and they can give it to you, and you put it on a pocket and you go to the home. Is that the right practice?
No, completely. So I think education and awareness at every step of the supply chain is first important. Compliance, monitoring, and getting a audit is fine. But unless the patient is aware, it will never happen. Now, say I'm giving an example of say ice cream or even take certain non-vegetarian food or milk.
Yeah.
So if you see the milk or ice cream is bad, you know it. That means we are aware. But for a medical product, you're just buying a tablet and you just take it.
Correct.
So you don't know how it was stored. So in some cases, the compliance has to come right up to the chemist shop. And then from the chemist, I think the chemist, when they dispense the product to the patient, at that time, I think it's the role of the pharmacist who's in every chemist to educate the patient, please store in this temperature if it is required. And people say, keep it in the fridge. Now, which part of the fridge?
Yeah.
When you put it in the freezer, you put it in the normal thing, or you put. So these things I think we need to share with people, and that is important. So awareness and education, I think, is the two important parts for the general public, and of course, compliance and audit and regulation is for the trade and industry.
Certain. So how is industry compliant to this? How industry and public offices are compliant to this?
So the first thing is the major pharma companies are extremely compliant. Okay, so in their manufacturing, so they have good manufacturing practices. So it's in the because they are audited.
Correct.
The moment the product leaves the plant is then where the issues come.
Okay.
Okay, so the transporter, we need to control the drivers.
Correct.
Does he switch the reefer generator off? Because does he go out of the way and put it off? So all these things are different. So we need to have lane assessment for every product that moves from A to B. We should know the route it's taking, and you should know an approximate time. So if it doesn't reach that destination in approximately that time, something is going on. And in today's world of technology and even simple mobile phones, I think everybody can be reached. Anybody can be reached across the country.
That's very true. So, what are the upcoming trends you can see in cold chain pharma industry?
See, one of the biggest things in cold chain, especially in packaged cold chain, they call it passive cold chain, is this PCM material or phase change material, and it's the sustainability of these materials. So where we need to get a product recycled or reused, and the cost of reverse logistics is quite high. So unless it is across the entire country, and unless there is collaboration between different users, different competitors of manufacturers, it's very difficult. So number one, there has to be standardization across all the standards. So one box can be used by another one. So that would be, I think, one of the major achievements which can be made. If competitors can collaborate and have a standard, I think it would be much easier to do sustainable. And the second thing is real-time monitoring of temperature. So people know exactly when something is going wrong.
Correct.
Okay. And can take corrective actions.
That's very important, and it's a very insightful discussion. Thanks a lot, Ryan, for your time and for your insights.
Thank you for allowing me to share my views.